Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make a 3-layer Christmas gingerbread cake with cream cheese frosting. I've got my ugly sweater on and my elf shoes. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and lightly grease 3 9-inch cake pans. And line the bottoms with parchment paper. That'll make it a lot easier to get your cakes out of the pan. Then we're gonna roll up our sleeves and start making our batter. It all starts with 12 tablespoons of melted butter. Pour that into a large mixing bowl, along with 2 cups of molasses. And yes, that's a lot of molasses. It helps if you spray your measuring cup with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray. It makes the molasses come out a lot easier. Then you'll need 1 cup of buttermilk at room temperature, and if you don't have buttermilk, you should check out my article for buttermilk substitutes because there's definitely something you can use. Pour that in, along with 1 cup of water, 3 eggs, and 2 cups of brown sugar. Then you're gonna take a whisk and whisk this all together. You'll need to scrape up the molasses off the bottom, break up the egg yolks, and mix this all in until it's combined. Then we're gonna add in some spices, starting with 2 tablespoons of ground ginger. And that's a lot of ground ginger, but this is a gingerbread cake. Sprinkle that in, along with 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon and 3/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Then you'll need your leavening agents. You'll need 1½ teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then you gotta have your salt, so add in 1½ teaspoons of regular table salt. Then once again, we're gonna whisk this in. Whisk it nice and vigorously, or should I say with a little bit of holiday spirit. Last, we're gonna add in 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And in some parts of the world, you call this plain flour. Sprinkle this in and whisk, whisk, whisk. You wanna whisk it until it's just combined. Then we're gonna pour this into our prepared baking pans. You wanna divide it up fairly evenly, so I just eyeball it and give it my best shot. Bake these in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Once your cakes are done baking, you'll wanna remove them and transfer them to wire racks to cool completely. Meanwhile, we're gonna make our cream cheese frosting. It starts with 2 8-ounce packages of softened cream cheese. Plop those into a bowl, along with 1/2 cup of salted butter. Then we're gonna take a hand mixer and whip this all together. Whip it nice and good so that the butter and cream cheese are mixed together and it's light and fluffy. Then we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Pour that in and give it a quick mix. Then we'll slowly add in 6 cups of powdered sugar. Pour a little bit in and start mixing. You want to add this in nice and slowly so that you don't dust your kitchen with a whole bunch of powdered sugar. Now we're ready to put our cake together and frost it. We'll put the first layer down here on our cake stand, and I'm going to try and center it there, and then do a layer of frosting. I like to put all of my frosting into piping bags and just snip off the end. It makes it a lot easier to frost your cake. Then we'll put on our second layer and do another layer of frosting. Spread it out a little bit. And then we'll put our third and final layer on. I do a layer of frosting on the top and then frost it around the sides. And that's it. Since this cake has cream cheese in the frosting, you'll want to be sure to store this cake in the refrigerator to keep it all food safe. But when you're ready to eat, just simply slice and serve. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my videos where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.